Dang, caught me stretching, getting ready for this live right here. I wonder why my microphone isn't correctly working like it's supposed to. I hope I'm loud enough because it don't seem like it is here. Wait, let me see. Let me try this. See what's going on. So all of a sudden my microphone just got so low. It got so low in nature. But what's up with it, y'all? Yeah, man, I told you I was gonna come tap in. It took a little later. I had to come back, come and relax a little bit, cause long day at work. But I was watching the video, right? I was watching the video and and it'd be crazy because when I understand religion, understand the beliefs that we have with religion and different things of that nature. But I seen these Muslim guys and they were talking about psychedelics. They were basically saying that like what people see on psychedelics is the Jinn, and I was like, I'm kind of listening to it, and I'm not doubting what they're saying, but I'm saying it's like it was just kind of weird that they would make it seem like, okay, if these things that we are seeing are the Jinn, and like let's say they are, right, let's say they are, why do people make it out to be something evil? Because one of the things that I was paying attention that they were saying basically, dang, okay, it is loud, it's loud enough. Basically, one of the things that I was checking out that they were saying was like, like how you basically talking about like psychedelics make people like evil. It make them feel, like they're God. It make them feel like, they don't have no authority and, different things of that nature, which was kind of throwing me off because it's weird when you have people of with their religious beliefs come and demonize something that they probably don't understand, because it's weird when you coming from a religious background of understanding and that's the only thing that you can put into what you're saying. So it's just crazy how they were doing that. They're taking from what they read over here and making this thing ain't talked about nothing, like their religion ain't said nothing about this over here, but they will take it and they will put it in there and make it into that, and they will make it something that's ugly because they don't understand it. Now, I think the part that threw me off is when the guy basically was saying that, some people did this on like they went crazy or they, and I'm like thinking, I'm like, bro, do you like, if you Muslim, right? I don't have nothing against Muslims, but you talking about a religion to where people didn't strap bombs to themselves and ran off in buildings. Like, you don't have nobody taking psychedelics doing any of these crazy things. But I just couldn't understand how you would try to demonize something because of your belief. Like, and I understand because it's coming from your religious background, like that's what you're supposed to do. But at the same time, sometimes you got to look at things outside of what you already understand or think you already know. Because once you put this thing on it that you think you already know, you're going to make it into something it's not, because your lack of understanding of it. Anything, it doesn't matter what it is. Pills from the doctor can make a person crazy. People can get hooked on pills from the doctor. People can get hooked on religion, and religion can make people crazy. We didn't see religious people do so many different things. What's up with it, Master Creator? Everything that ain't part of their religious programming, they gonna make it ugly or evil. Yeah, evil thing that goes very separate. Yeah, exactly. Separate religion or teacher. Yeah, that and it's crazy, bro, because I want to it's something I want to talk about, and like, I'm gonna use chatbot GPT. because there's a lot of things that I just don't want to explain myself because I'm gonna get outside of it because I'm listening to them and I'm just going, bro, y'all have no idea what you're saying. And let's just say if what you're saying is true, right? Let's just say that. Let's just say, yeah, who are the Jinn? Look, this is the Jinn right here. I'm gonna let my partner explain it to you. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Let me go here. Okay, we're gonna explain the Jinn a little bit. I got a little stuff right here, kind of put together to break down it's Islam. I got a little something that's gonna break down what it is, and then we'll continue. Here we go.
Great question. Here's a breakdown of what jinn, also spelled Ginn, jinn, or genies, are according to different traditions, from Islamic teachings to folklore around the world. Islamic tradition, Quranic and Hadith sources. Nature of jinn. Jinn are supernatural beings created by God from smokeless fire, Quran 55:15, distinct from humans made of clay and angels made of light. Free will. Like humans, jinn have free will. They can be good, evil, or neutral. Invisibility. Normally unseen by humans but capable of appearing in various forms. Lives in parallel. Jinn live in a world parallel to ours. They eat, marry, reproduce, and even have lifespans, though longer than humans. Religiosity. Some are Muslim, some are not. Some follow Satan, Iblis, who is himself a jinn. Possession and influence. Believed by many to influence or possess humans. Often linked to mental illness or strange behavior in some cultural interpretations.
See?
Pre-Islamic
that is
and
crazy.
regional folklore. Arabian Peninsula. Before Islam, jinn were already part of folklore associated with deserts, ruins, and madness.
Before.
North Africa. Jinn are tied to spirits of nature, ancestors, or even protective entities. Rituals are sometimes performed to appease or exorcise them. South Asia. In Indo-Muslim cultures, stories of jinn range from mischievous household spirits to vengeful entities haunting specific locations. They're
crazy.
often linked with black magic, seer. Western and pop culture, post-Orientalism. Genies. Western retellings often distort jinn into wish-granting beings like the genie from Aladdin. This version is usually more whimsical than traditional descriptions. Occult and esotericism. Some modern occult traditions treat jinn as powerful spirit entities, invocable or banishable through rituals. Modern interpretations. Psychological
so
archetypes.
Wasn't even the first
Some
ones that
interpret
had
jinn
it.
symbolically as representations of the subconscious, suppressed trauma, or inner demons. Psychedelic theory. In psychedelic circles, jinn are sometimes referenced when users encounter intelligent entities, especially during DMT trips, raising the question, are these hallucinations or are we tapping into ancient, unseen realms? Would you like
Look, see, that's the part right there that I don't understand, because Jinn were around before Islam, like it said. Jinn was already part of folklore. It was a part of folklore. So I'm gonna tell you, to me, it seems like the jinn, the demons, and the angels, these are no different than one another. It seems like there are different names put on. What's up with it, Awoken One? It seems like we're just changing the names of these unseen spirits or these unseen things, because the jinn, basically, they're saying they can be good, they can be bad. Like, it's saying basically the devil is a jinn. So, like, it's kind of weird, bro, for us to take this thing and make it just into something bad when it's actually doing something good. Like I said, I understand it. I understand it coming from a religious belief or your religious system. But outside of that, that's why I always say, even with psychedelics, if you diving in on psychedelics, can you step outside of the belief that you have with psychedelics, with the belief system that you then built around psychedelics? Are you able to step outside of that and look at the authentic nature of things, of what's happening? Like, because we can call it jinn, we can call it angels, we can call it demons, we can call it all these different things, but what it boils down to is, who's creating these things, who's making these things, who's making these things a thing, who is the one that's saying this is that and that is that. It is us. Like soon as we have a certain spiritual nature about ourselves, we turn these spirits into something, and once we make them into that something, what do? They actually become that thing, because everything is spirit, especially when it's like happening within you. That's how it's easy for us to make imaginary friends. It's easy for us to make topas. It's easy for somebody to create their own understanding of God and put it out there and have people believe it, and and mislead everybody by them believing, this person right here. I don't think anybody knows the nature of God. I think everything that we know about God, we then took from our ancient belief systems. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but when you look at how many people have been destroyed and done in because of our ancient belief systems, it's like, wait, hold on, bro. Like, religious beliefs and then built themselves up to what it is now, to where they open themselves. Because it was like, in the beginning, a lot of the belief systems, they wasn't letting nobody else inside the doors. It was like only they people. It was made for their people. It wasn't made for everybody else. It was made for a certain sect of people, and those the ones who followed it, whichever God that they believed in. It wasn't made for the whole world. It was made for our people. And it's like kind of weird, because now that it didn't spread and you got all different other kind of races that can come in and do this, it's like kind of weird, bro. I don't know, because like I the way people just take God and just make God into what they want God to be is like, that's already fascinating to me, because each person is gonna make God into their own image, into what they think God should be and how God should handle things. And it's like everything is happening at one time. It's happening in all different ways. So we'll go, okay, God is helping our people, but God ain't helping them people over there. But each religious sect believe this. But then what happens when one of theirs is actually doing something, or causing harm to other people, or misleading people? Like, what is that? That's like, they then that's when they kind of take it and they put it on the devil and say, well, it's like, no, bro, this happens with no matter what belief. It don't matter whether you diving in the psychedelics, you got good and bad people. It don't matter whether you in Islam, you got good and bad people. It don't matter whether you in Christianity, you got good and bad people. In any religion or any belief system, you got good and bad people. And then it make you just go, well, what is it then? It's the people. It's not the system of belief. It's the people. The people, you just got good and bad people. And that's what it is. It don't matter what they believe or what they use to believe in order to make their life something or make them feel better than everybody else. Because everybody is just the same, but then we grab these different things and we go, okay, this is going to make me better than these people over here. Or it's going to make us better. And then we get to pointing out everybody, you feel me, like I'm doing right now. But I don't think anyone is better than the other, bro. You feel me? And I think the Jinn is like no different than spirits, ghosts. I think we just have, for these unseen things, we just have different names for all of it. Well, let's thank God. This is exactly what God is. Nothing else. Nothing separate. Yeah, nothing separate. Nothing separate, bro. It's nothing. It's not. But we separate it for our own gratuity, to make ourselves feel good about what we're doing. And it's like kind of weird, because, and I think we all do it. We all kind of do it, because like me, I look at them and I go, dang, this is something you don't understand. It's something that you don't understand, because you already been told this is that over there. So you won't even try to dive into this. And if you did, all you're going to see is that picture you already drew of it, which is okay. It's okay for you. But like I got it to where like, okay, I can, like, you get to that point to where you kind of open your mind to all of it. and you can see that, each one of these things is needed only for certain people, for the individual. This individual might need that thing, that individual might need that thing, and you go, dang, you see people switching from Christianity to Islam, then from Islam to Christianity, then you see people switching from that to psychedelics, and then they take the psychedelic route, and then they come all the way back around, do a U-turn, come back right back to religion and start believing in religion, which I seen a lot of people actually do, like go, dang, because you get to seeing some things on psychedelics that you don't understand, which is crazy, because once you understand that the psychedelic world is no different than this world, it's like it's no different. It's the same worlds within worlds. So just like you got evil and good in this world, you got the same in that world. But the only thing about that world, you don't have to accept, you don't have to really, like, almost even here, you don't have to like take the evilness and become part of it. Like when you're seeing something that's scary, it doesn't mean that it's evil. If it's showing you something that's scary, accept it. It's scary. I understand that it's scary. I understand it might spook you, but that don't always make it a bad thing. It's something, it's probably a story it's trying to tell you. It's trying to show you something and give you an understanding. It's not trying to take away from, it ain't like it's supposed to be scary. Life is scary sometimes. That we like, bro, we just had an earthquake up here. You feel me? It was shaking. You seen people running outside their house. You feel me? Sometimes life is going to be scary itself. And that's the crazy thing. Like, I don't know why we demonize a lot of things. I do kind of understand, but I'm like I think we just try to keep the old ways in today, when the world and everything is constantly evolving. Nothing stays the same. We don't have to have the same belief system we had back then. I feel like the belief system that we had then was made for people of that time. That's what it was made for. Even the stories, the way the stories is told and they're put out for the ones of that time. We done came so far now to where we can understand and see that our minds create entities itself. Like you can have, like, that's how come you can have somebody like Joseph Smith take and go and create a whole religion. You can have other people, like it's always been done, to where people go and they can create a whole religion off something that they seen or they've been through. Speaking of Jinn, this trip I had about a year ago, I was off 5 grams of caps and nighttime, and I was seeing these weird entities coming out of the grass, shadow like, trying to communicate with me. Yeah, like that. But it's crazy, Cozy 47, because that's a lot. You see that a lot. You see that a lot. But the cool thing about it, these entities aren't coming trying to have you do something evil. Like these entities, like a lot of times when we're seeing a lot of different entities, they're not making us do anything bad. I don't know about you, but I have not yet ran across or had a experience to where it was when I came out, it was telling me to go harm somebody or be mean to people. Like it always showed me the side of me that was bad, that was being, evil. And that's what made me change my ways, because I was able to see myself. Let's see, but I literally didn't think of anything evil. It was kind of funny. Yeah, but hey, Cozy, that's the way we look at it. But a lot of people, they already have a belief in them to where they believe in demons. They believe in the devil. And I'm not saying demons and the devil ain't real, but when you have that belief, that's what you start to do. Like you not only will make certain spirits and stuff like that evil, the unseen and evil, you'll start making people evil. And you'll start putting those demons that you have within other people. And that is like just part of it that we do. We'll take our demons that we have, that we believe is something bad, and we'll put them in other people. That's what I was saying was crazy about me going out and driving buses and seeing all different types of people. And I'm seeing all these people, right? Some of them is badly on drugs. Some of them not on drugs. Some of them is cool. But everyone that I see, the first thing we do is we judge them by appearance. But then once you start talking to that person, you see that's a person also within. That's a person also. And they don't be bad towards you. That be the crazy thing. When you give them the understanding that we are equal, despite what you going through or what you think you are right now or what other people think you are, you don't get that. So it's almost the same with psychedelics. That's why I got away from talking about, oh, this trip was scary, or or this trip was evil, because it never really was no evil experiences. Like, it never was. Like, okay, what about people say this though, because people will go in and they will scare themselves out by seeing something that they don't understand and they label it as evil. Like, evil stuff don't happen in life. Like, crazy stuff don't happen in life. Like right now, the one little the teenage dude, I forgot his name, at the football game that stuck the other boy, and he passed away, the twin. And you got people on both sides. You got people on this side, they're talking about how he grew up in a bad family. He didn't have this, he didn't have that. He was like this. And then on this side, the one that he did stab, basically, like, you see them with pictures with guns and all kind of stuff. It's like, it's weird how each one of these situations in life have us choosing sides. We'll choose sides and we'll make this thing over here evil because, like I said, we don't understand it, because nobody really was there but the ones that was there. So nobody really know what happened unless you hear from the people that was there mouth. But then just the situation of it happening, which we see this all day, bro. Like, okay, I was watching when in Cuba, where they were in the club and they was having this big performance, this singer and stuff, and the roof caved in, and it off like 2,000 people passed away from this roof caving in. Like, from the roof, and everybody was just chilling. It wasn't no problems, nothing going on. The roof caved in. It even off one of the singers that was happening, that was singing, that was performing there. A couple of baseball players. I mean, so many people, bro. I was like, golly. I said, but we worry about the unseen. We're so busy worried about the unseen things that we're not actually paying attention to what's really just happening in life. That, okay, the same thing that the unseen that we think is unseen, good or bad, is happening right now in life. Like, in the physical form. It's no different. But we let the unseen things scare us more than the things that we seeing happening. And I think that's kind of backwards, because we'll put all our focus in the things that we can't see and go, okay, yeah, it's these two entities battling out and they battling in for our life and whoop-de-whoop. And then we'll put that story within our story, when it's really people here don't like to take responsibility for their own actions. Like, we as people don't like to take responsibility. When we make a mistake, we got somebody to blame. We can blame the demons. We can blame the devil. We don't have to take the responsibility for nothing we do. We can always put it on the unseen. Like, oh, okay, like, you see people that get caught up in, in knocking people off, and that's the first thing they do is say is like, the devil made me do it. Or, you feel me, like I was having a evil something going on to where, and it's like, bro, no, you just wanted to do that shit. That's why you did it. Let's see, met a Ginn when I first started doing ceremonial magic years ago. Looked weird, like a mass of black leaves floating around. Tried to trick me into thinking it was my dad. Dang. Hey, you know what? You know what? That's wild, bro. You didn't see how far did you go with that? How far did you go with that? Because I don't know, bro. I don't know I don't know if the things we see are the jinn, if they're demons, if they're angels, if it's godly given. I don't know. I think it's, I still, to me, I think it's something that we created so long ago that exists within everybody. I think these things exist within everybody. So then when we tap into it, we don't understand. Like, okay, every life circumstance that happens or that we go through or that we deal with, our love, our pain, and all these different things, I think they create entities within us. Like they create into, like, love is its own entity. So when we get that joyous amount of love, when we go in and we see that one entity like the woman, or we see the one that we say is okay, it was like I met God, because I didn't been in those circumstances to where I took psychedelics and it was like, bro, I'm like, I know this thing was God, because all you could feel was the power and the love from it. So I think these are things that we created within ourselves over time. These were things that we could build. That's why they exist within us. We can say that it's outside, but really, when you think about it, everything outside exists within us. So if I was like the hate entity myself, if I was the hate entity and I can put a little piece of me within everybody, you feel me? Everybody's going to use that hate at one point in time or another. Every person is going to use that anger or whatever that thing is, whatever it has to do with hate, they're going to use that. Even when they say they not. When they get angry, I don't care if they angry because they didn't get their Starbucks coffee or whatever it was. They're going to use it. Just like the love entity. Like the entity of love or the feeling of love. We're going to use that one, and we're going to have to, we try to hold on to it because it feels the best. It feels better than any other one of the any one of the other things that we have inside of us. Hold on, let's see what you say. I walked right up to it and started doing a brandishing ritual, and the thing like reset the dream scenario to try to trick me, to trick you into doing what? These There's a book I read a while ago recently, went back and heard the audio version. It's called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. It talks about what we are discussing. You should check it out. I think I seen that. I seen that a long time ago, that outsmarting the devil, but I don't really remember too much of it. It said then it grew real big, still in the form of my dad trying to intimidate me. I started banishing it again. Then it kicked me out the dream and I woke up. Tried to trick me into thinking it was my dad. But like, really, if you think about it, if it had anything that your dad had, or it knew anything about your dad, wouldn't that be like the part of you that said, okay, this is my dad right here? Okay, because I said this before, when you think about who your dad was to you, he wasn't probably the same person to your mom or to his mom or to his sister or to his cousin. That was your own image of your dad. Like, that's what I be feeling like sometimes. Like, when we see these things, when we see certain ones that passed away on the psychedelic experiences or in other ways, they be the person we built. It don't be the person that they was. It be the entity that we made. And like, why wouldn't that entity ever be able to come and talk to you? Like, this is an entity that you created. Like, this is the person that you created yourself. This is because you said this person is my dad. You looked at him like your father. This is who my father is. This is what my father like. This is what my father do. Not which you only know so much of that. So when you create that person within yourself, why wouldn't that person be able to come back and talk to you? Because that's something that you created. That's something that you made. And I don't know why, but that's the way I look at it. I know why I look at it like that, because I see myself doing it all the time, like with either my kids or one of my parents or something like that. I feel like I created Like, not created them to where I made them, but I created my own perception of them. And that perception that I created of them exists within me, who they were to me, what I made them of. Because I was just thinking about my uncle that passed away, because me and my uncle, you know, we was real close, and I was thinking about him, and I was just tripping off of it, you know, and that perception came and visited me on my psychedelic experience one time, and was like, you know, because I was like, once he passed away, I was like, you know, I had dove in on mushrooms, and like he came to me and he was like, man, like just telling me like, don't trip, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Everything is good. You know, I'm here in this place right here, but I'm going, dang, you know, that piece of him that exists in me is not him, because he got a different piece of him that exists within his sons, or that exists within my mom, because that's her brother. You feel me? So all the aspects that made him, like, we all had that little piece or that designated part of him that we kept with ourselves. So each person that lives, that you create, that you say this is who that person is, that exists within you. All right, that exists within you. And why couldn't that come back and visit you? Because it do in memory already. Like in memory, the ones that passed on that we loved, they come back, and we remember the times that we had with them. We remember going fishing. We remember going play basketball. We remember the times we had barbecues. We remember all those things, bro. And that person still exists within you. Just came into the stream. My ops was still alive when I had my pops was still alive when I had the Jinn dream. I've had dreams of him since he passed, and they totally different. Yeah, I can understand that, because like, you know, I had dreams of like my uncle before he passed. I had dreams of him. Like I had dreams of a lot of people before they was gone. But I don't know, like, yeah, I know you meant to say pops. I know you meant to say pops, bro. At first, when you said my ops, I thought you was talking about somebody else. I was like, dang, you having dreams about your ops? Golly, what the hell did they do? Nah, but but like even now, because my pops passed away, and I be having dreams about my pops every once in a while. But it's just weird that we don't see that these are different things that we kind of created in our own mind. Like I know it's a better way to explain it and break it down, but you know, you just gotta you start to see it. I think over time you start to see it, because we make people good and we make people bad. And you know, we'll have some that are close to us that will make bad, and we'll have some that'll make good. But have you ever noticed, like, on psychedelics, right? When you dive into psychedelics, and let's say you go to that one place to where all the good people are, like, and you say, dang, all the people I love was there. Like, you see all the people that you love. Like, this is your place that you created, and you put all your loved ones in that place to where they're staying. That's why I say, like, to me, like, that sometimes I feel like that's what they say when they say, okay, all the good people go to heaven, right? All the good people go to heaven, the bad people go to hell. But heaven and hell is existing within your mind. So the good people are remembered, and they stay in that heaven that you created for them. They exist there. They don't leave. They don't go anywhere until, you know, maybe you pass on. Like, it remind me of that one movie I was talking about a long time ago. I forgot where the little boy, the Mexican movie where the guy played the little boy wanted to play the guitar, and when he went, he took the guitar and it sent him to the afterlife. And when he went to the afterlife, they had that song, Remember Me. It's called Coco. If you watch the movie Coco, and when the dude was following him around going, hey man, I need you to remember me, like, take my picture back and put my picture up, and come to find out, like, he didn't even know that was like his grandfather, his real grandfather. He thought the other guy that stole his grandfather music was his grandfather, but his grandfather was this other guy, you feel me, that the dude had basically knocked off in order to get his music and everything, because he wanted to go back to his family. He didn't want to do music. But when he took the picture back, that made his spirit be able to live on, because his spirit didn't live in this other place. His spirit was like basically in the minds of the ones that loved him. Because the other guy, remember when he went, he said they was looking for a guitar in the spirit world, and when they went and got the guitar from the dude gave it to him, and then he faded away. And he was like, man, wait, hold on. Y'all spirits. I thought y'all live forever. He was like, nah, we don't. If you not remembered, how you gonna live? How your spirit gonna live on? How that little portion of you gonna live on? And it's like weird, because if you look now, that's why the Egyptians, or that's why the ones in the United States, they got the remembrance of all these different presidents. And they pass it on and pass it on and pass it on and keep that spirit alive and living. Like, this is one thing that I think, because like, think about it. We're talking billions of people that didn't live this life and that didn't lived and left. And like, a lot of those people are not remembered. They're not remembered. They're not really in the minds of everybody because everything kind of comes and goes like thoughts. So if we all this one being and we're living and like we go, like, bro, if the people don't remember you, you just not remember. It can't be created nor destroyed. But I don't know about that, because the energy that's here, it can be created. Because when you're creating like a person, when you're creating a person that's close to you, like your wife, everybody, what's up with it, Big Chill? Everybody that has a significant other, right? Their significant other is the same significant other, but everybody has a different one, right? But to you, it's your significant other, your wife, your girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. That's your love of your life, right? That same love I found, but it's a different person. But it's that same love and that same feeling that you get from the person that you're with. You feel me? So it's like, it can be created, but who's creating it? It's you, the person. It's the individual that's actually creating it. And like, that's one of the things that they were saying about the Jinn, is like, basically when people feel like they don't have no authority, that, they got to find their own reason to be alive. You feel me? They like, people don't want you to have or find your own reason to be here. It's like, it's already a reason for you to be here. This is the reason over here, and you need to follow this reason and accept this reason. But if that was the case, everybody would follow that reason. Everybody would have that reason and be actually following it. It wouldn't be so hard for everybody to find their own reason to be here, or to live, or to believe in something. Just like a solar panel doesn't create energy, it's just harvesting energy that already existed. Okay, probably the same as that. But really, if you think about it, right? Like I said, that probably would be a better way of saying it, awoken one. It's like, okay, not creating it, but harvesting. So that energy that person is, you take a speck of it and you make it yours, and you make that into that person, but that's not that person. That person is like so much more than that. I think each person is so much more than what we identify them to be. Because, like I said, the person that we could have a ops and say, okay, that's my ops. But that ops right there could have a whole family that look at them in the same way you look at the ones you love. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's probably a better way of saying it though. I don't know, bro. I don't know, because it's crazy. Yeah, you make the energy your own. I see what you mean. Like, it's kind of weird, bro. It's kind of weird to explain. Like, sometimes I don't like the way I see things now. It's kind of because I see things in a weird way now. I got a weird understanding ever since I've been diving in, and it's like I haven't even had to dive in to look at life as being a psychedelic trip itself. You feel me? Like, I haven't had to dive in. Like we could say, let's say we do believe that the psychedelics are creating Jinn, or letting you see the Jinn, okay? And let's say the Jinn are evil. I just say you don't need psychedelics to see the Jinn or to see something evil. You don't need that. So what would you call somebody that just grab you and go, "Hey man, let's go out here and start selling drugs." And then you go out there and start selling fentanyl or something, and then now people is passing away because you dumping this fentanyl. Like, what would be the difference of an entity coming to you? It wouldn't be no different. An entity could come into you in many forms, in a person, and you feel me, it can come to you as a thought, it can come to you in so many different ways. But the weird thing about it is, it don't matter how the so-called badness or evil come to you. It's what you gonna do when it do, because it can come in many different ways. Let's see, I saw the Jinn in my dream. If it wasn't clear, no drugs involved. It's a realm right beside this one behind the wall. But the wall, who's big chill? Look, who's creating the wall? Where did the wall come from? Like, where did the wall come from? And a lot of these things, right? I'm going to tell you, bro, if you think about it, a lot of these things we created over time. I hate to say it, like, we can see it from how a lot of these certain entities evolved into becoming what they are today, because over time we created and put the name on these entities, whether they existed or not. Now, this is the crazy thing, right? Because once you demonize or make good an entity, now what does that entity do? That entity be able to do what you need it to do. When it's bad, it can be bad for you. And when it's good, it can be good for you. You feel me? And it's like we play around with these entities in so many different ways. And it's weird how it happens, bro, because you have people that will use God in order to mislead people or to get money out of people. And then, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? That's both. It's like, bro, it's like crazy. Everything is nothing, and nothing is everything. Exactly. He say some people need the veil there for real, though, for real. Yeah, no, a lot of people do need the veil, bro. A lot of people need the veil. It's like, man, that was fruity. See, man, hey. Hey, Diddy was a fruity entity. But I'm just saying, bro, that's what I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. And maybe it's, too many psychedelic trips. You feel me? Because every time I seen the level, like, every time a lot of times when I had an experience within psychedelics, bro, I could see, I'm seeing all this. It don't look like this, right? It looks like something totally different. It looked like a whole nother world. Not even a world. It looked like how we talk about the conveyor belt. You feel me, on DMT? Like, that's what it looks like, but when you really look at it, everything that's happening is no different than what's happening right now in here in this reality. That's what kind of throws me off, because it's like, okay, maybe these realities are going on in different places. Maybe it's time laid on top of time, over reality over existence over existence. But at the same time, the same thing that's happening in there be happening out here. Like, that's the part that throws me off. It's like I could see if it was all different. Like, the only thing that's different is you seeing gestures. You feel me? You seeing different like, gods and stuff like that, but you seeing the same thing here. You seeing different gods here that we wouldn't call gods, but Donald Trump, he's a god. You feel me? Joel Osteen, he's a god. We seeing all these different gods here the same way we see them in there, running that realm, and then you see them outside running this realm too, in a whole different form, in the form of a human. So it's like we're not seeing nothing different than what we're seeing here. That's the only thing. We just make everything miraculous because we can't see it here. But yeah, it's all relative. He say every possible arrangement of atoms exists right here, right now. Yeah, all the time. all the time, and it's always happening. I said it's always happening. I think that's the crazy part, bro. That's the crazy part, because then when you, like, I always tripped off of, like I said, when you go in and you reach that, what we call God mode, and you get that God mode and you see everything as one thing, and that everything that's one thing is just you. It's like nothing outside of you. Everything is you. Everything, like, it's the weirdest feeling as hell, bro. And it's like weird because you start to see that that one thing that is you is the same thing that you're seeing that is you. That person over there is seeing that is them. It's the same thing. It's like the weirdest feeling, bro. It's the weirdest feeling. Like, you know, like it's almost like really no end to it and it's no beginning, because we always trying to even figure out the beginning. Like we can figure out all the beginnings of everything that we was raised to believe, but we can't figure out the beginning of life or where it started at. We have all these different stories, but these stories was built on stories that was built on stories that was built on stories. Like, and I talked about this last time. Like, I watched a video that had me tripping out, bro, because they was explaining it like this. They was like, okay, when you, like, say if you take the Bible, right? Every person that wrote about Jesus had their own account of Jesus and what Jesus was doing. And the only thing I could line it up with was like Disney movies, like Pinocchio, right? Pinocchio, it was one story of Pinocchio. Then you had all these other people come out and make their own story or their own definition of Pinocchio, which was close to the same, but it wasn't the same. You know, they made their little changes. To make it into their own story. And like, that's what I started seeing. That's what I'm like basically seeing with all the stories, because I'm going, okay, remember the experience to where I seen like it showed me this one entity, like God, like creature come out. You feel me? And then that one changed into another one. That changed into another one. That changed into another one. That changed. But it was all still the same entity. But each one, it went from Jesus. It went from this one. It went from that one. Even when it did it with the what do you call it, like the little church thing, I keep on forgetting what they call those, but the places, it's like a place of worship. It showed me a place like that was small, and then out of the door of that one another one formed, and then out of the door of that one another one formed, out of the door of that one another one formed. It's like all these things. I was explaining it to somebody the other day, like, okay, it's like a tree. You take that seed, you plant that seed, when that tree grow, that tree has a trunk that grows many branches. You feel me? Many branches. And even though all them branches go all different ways, even the roots go all different ways, many different shapes, it's still the same tree though. So it's almost like that, like all these belief systems are stem from one understanding that spread out and made many different understandings, many different beliefs, to where, okay, if your God is good over there and we have a different God over here, your God is gonna be our devil. Our God is gonna be your devil, like type shit. You feel me? And it's like weird, bro. It's weird. There's glory in a good story, man. It is. It is. I've been watching on Why You Need a Way Out. I don't. Who said that? What? I know, right? Huh? He said there is nothing but a way out. There I nothing but a way out. I don't think, yeah, bro. I don't think that neither, Sun Tzu. It's like, why you need a way out? Like, you already figured out how to get in here. You came in here. You just don't remember why you came in here. What you mean a way out? You feel me? Like, we made the way out. We said, hey, we gonna make it to where you only can spend a little time in that place, because that place can be crazy, all right? It can be good over there, but over there it can be, what's up with it, Magello? But over there it can be crazy. So we made a way out already. That's how come it don't last long. That's how come it don't last long, but you got people that want it to last forever. But it's like, shit, we already made a way out. Your way out gonna come. It's gonna come at the precise time that you said it was gonna come, that you didn't know you said it was gonna come once it get here. We did come in here. I think we came in here, bro. I think we came in here. I think Sun Tzu came up with life, and then he showed it to all of us, and we said, man, I want to play that game because it was spreading everywhere. And everybody decided to come in here because, Sun Tzu was like, man, y'all got to check this shit out. This shit is crazy. This some wild shit. I done been in here like 10 times already. And it don't even last that long. Like a DMT experience. A DMT experience only 15 minutes, but it seemed like forever. So just think, if you are a entity that live forever and you have no beginning and no end, you coming in here is like nothing. It might seem like something while you here because you acting like you this person. Like I'm acting like I'm True Life Stories, and I'm acting like I'm Booker, and this is not really me. This is who I'm acting to be because this is who I learned to be over time. But once I leave, I'm going to be laughing with you going, bro, Sun Tzu, man, what the hell did you give us? The rest is peace, is in peace. Oh, dang, I never looked at it like that. That would be like some crazy rest right here. But I said, for an entity that can't die, that can only live forever, this would be the best story for it. Especially, to where you come and you think that and feel like and really believe that you don't live forever, that this is it and that's all. Bro, this would be the best story. This, like all these stories that's going on of life, this would be the best thing for somebody that lives forever, right? This would be the best thing because the know-it-all, you that knows everything, you feel me, to lose that and come in and act like you don't know shit, like you don't understand what the hell is going on, and like you're new to this, bro, that's the best story. Because when it's over, like I said, bro, you going to be like, what the hell? Like, man, wait, how long was I? Like the DMT trip, huh? Dude said, man, wait, how long? No, the salvia. He said, how long was I gone? What was that like? Like a day or two? Like, nah, bro, that was only like 5 minutes. That was really 3 minutes. It wasn't even 3 minutes. I feel like it's going to be like that. Because it's like the thing that's within us that lives forever, bro. Everybody that had these experiences where you see this is what we do. We travel dimensions. We travel time. We travel places. We go to different spectrums of what this thing is, and we travel through it. We even do it here within ourselves right now, like we do it. We travel all the different realities, the rich one, the poor one, the middle class one, you feel me, the happy one, the not so happy one, the I'm failing one. We do the same thing here, bro, within the body, but we do it on a smaller scale. We travel through all the so-called feelings of what life is, and we play with them. We play with them. We do stuff to make ourselves happy. We're going to go to the beach today. Matter of fact, no, we're going to go to the theme park today. We do all the same thing that we do within this thing of whatever we are. We travel all these places. I feel like that's what we are. We interdimensional beings that can travel within every spectrum of reality. So all these realities that's created, that's what they are. We can go through all of them. We can, like, just like I said, like we can go through the different feelings and we can play upon the different feelings, whether it's good feelings or bad feelings. We can travel through all the feelings of reality. Not only that, though, we can create entities. See, this is what's crazy that we don't even really get into and talk about. Like, we'll say, okay, when you have a psychedelics trip and you see all these different entities, like that's something that exists within us and all, or it's another reality or something. But then you can, when you was little and you was creating imaginary friends, it was easy. you can create something or somebody that was there that wasn't there. You can create it and be able to talk to that person and kick it with that person, and only you was able to see them. You can create your own topa. You can create your own gods. You can create your own entities. We've been doing it forever. Like, come on now, bro. Like, think about it. What the fuck you think a movie is? What do you think a cartoon is? These are entities that are being created by us. Goku, you feel me? Satan, all these different entities that was created by us and made into characters. And once that character was made, we begin to believe and fall into the storyline of that character. It didn't matter what character it was. Scarface, you feel me? Like Ice Cube, all these are different characters that we created over time, and we begin to follow these characters. The gangster character, the gangbanging character, the square character, all these are different characters that we created over time, and when people acting them out, we go, dang, you feel me? We act like it's normal, but then when we create a character that you can't see, like Goku, and you feel me, we look at it as being something different. Anybody try Vipassana or Zen style meditation? Shit gets just as weird during psychedelics in a lot of ways, depending on your intention. Yeah, that's what archetypes. We create archetypes. We create all these different archetypes, bro. But when we seeing it in the movie or we seeing it in the cartoon, we look at it as being different. You feel me? We look at Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. We look at, all these different shows that create a certain archetype or a person, and we follow it and we look at it the same way. We ain't creators, we just characters too. We ain't just but yeah, we look at all of it, bro. Like, and we take these characters and we make these characters into ourselves. That's why, you'll see people walking around with Dragon Ball Z shirts on, or with hairdo of Dragon Ball Z. But we follow all these different things. Entity is real on the other side, and they include themselves in this reality by downloading themselves into TV shows, etc. But they real. No, bro. Haru, I'm going to tell you, right? It's a lot of things that I've seen that I say the same thing. I've said that before, bro. Like with when I seen Ganesh, right? When I seen Anubis, I seen them within the reality being certain inanimate objects within the reality that like kind of tripped me out. I didn't want to accept it, but I seen it for myself. Like I seen Ganesh, like the trunk being this cup. You feel me? Being this cup. I seen Anubis being the top on like a lotion bottle and all type of shit, bro. That shit blew my mind. But I was like, they ain't the only thing they be. They don't just be the inanimate objects. They a part of us. I think they're a part of us. All of them are a part of us. And it's weird because they all come together to make up us. That's why, who was it? Bobby Hemmett. You remember how Bobby Hemmett, when he used to talk and like he'll like shout out all the entities or all the gods, he'll shout them all out for a reason, because all these entities are part of all of us. That's why we can connect with them. That's why we can connect with them and we can see them and we use them to our ability, to our not. We use them for us. Like, come on now, bro. We can see it with God himself. We use God for our own things that we need. Like I said, bro, we use God when something is going wrong or we need something or we feeling that something, we pray to God. And we use God to our own ability for us to be able to overcome certain things that we deal with in life. And then we use the other entities also. We use them in so many different ways. This is just something that we do because these entities exist within us. And so if they exist within us, that means we can use their powers in order to help us through life. We can use their powers. Like David in the Bible, they talk about David and he got the ring of the demons, and what did he do? He was able to control the demons and make the demons build that thing. And then remember on what was the movie what's the name with all when he did all the arms fucking I keep on forgetting dude with the cape and shit. You feel me? And he wanted to use that part of the world, the demon side, in order to be able to beat that thing. And then and he was like, man, I don't want to do it because it's gonna turn me evil. Doctor Strange is gonna turn me evil. And then what did she say? She said, hold on, man, you can control that. You gotta grab control of that. And you gotta make them work for you. And that's what he did. He was able to bring in all those demons. Remember, he got all the arms. He was looking all ate up and like death, but he was able to control them in order to use them to fight the battles that he needed to fight. And that's what I think we do, because these things are already existing within us. So what we do, we use them in order to fight our battles or to help us through life. Because if you get angry with somebody, you're going to, that crazy side of you is going to come out. It's going to start going crazy. It's going to go ham, whether it's on somebody that you don't like or whatever. You're going to, each one of these entities are being used in different ways by all of us, That's why we have different religions. We have different belief systems, and these entities, like, that's what we're using them for. We're using them to help push us through life. You feel me? And that's what they do. And it's like crazy, bro, when you like really think about it. They're like, don't believe me, just start looking at it. Demons don't have much power on earth in terms of control. They can't harm you. See, let's say demons don't have that much power, right? Everything that exists in this thing has the same amount of power. That's what I feel like. Because if demons didn't have that much power, we wouldn't be having big ass wars. We wouldn't have, everything has the same amount of power. It's just the person that's using it. That's why we can have wars. That's why we can step outside. You feel me? You can step outside, go to the ATM, and somebody can rob you at the ATM. All right, they'll take your money at the ATM. You can pray to God, but your money's still gonna get took. So that demon that robbed you at the ATM, I mean, who had more power at that time when he pulled that gun on you? He had more power. You didn't. You had to give it up and go pray about it. You feel me? So each thing has its own amount of power. They can use as much as they want. Like, that's like, bro, we see it going on every day. We see it going on every day. We see the good having this power. It's like everything is like 50-50. You feel me? Like, we see the good and the bad every day. Because we can sit here and we can act like everything is all good, but once you start going through and you start looking at certain people and what people out there doing and the shootouts, like, you know how many mass shootings it's been in like the last, just this year alone. Just this year alone, bro, it's been hella mass shootings. What is that? Demons. People just doing crazy stuff. Yeah, define demon. I don't know. This world seems pretty messed up. Something's up for sure. Yeah, something is up, bro. Is the thing that's up is people are being people, because I hate to stress this enough. We don't like to compare ourselves to the animals, but if another gorilla goes in the wrong gorilla territory, they will rip him apart. If a tiger goes in the wrong tiger territory, they will rip him apart. Okay, a tiger can go out there and kill as many baby deer as it wants, as many animals as it wants, and we don't look at nothing wrong with it. You feel me? Even us, we like, just think how many animals we kill in order to just eat, to devour. You feel me? All these things are the same thing happening. And it's not even just people and animals doing it. The insects do the same thing. The plants do the same thing. Why you think you see people out there pulling up weeds out their yard? Because the weeds will eat up all the grass. The plants, the animals, the people, everything is doing the same thing. They're under the same system guidelines and they're doing it. We're the only ones that's going, hey, that's not right. You feel me? That's not good. We shouldn't be doing that. And we're doing that for the survival of ourselves, of our species. Like, that's why we do it. That's why we create the things that we create. But there's nothing on this planet that's not doing the same things that humans do. Slavery and everything, bro. We got that from the ants. We seen ants run in, destroy a whole ant colony, and then take all the eggs and take them to they nest and raise them as they own and make them work for them. And now these ants think they think they part of this colony and they're not. They're raised by these other ants and now they're doing what these ants said to do. We see it through like we see it through life itself, through everything that's happening, bro. It's just not with humans. We just make it seem like we so smart that we are doing this. No, we are not the only ones. Everything in life, everything is playing this same game. So much unnecessary suffering in the world. Those aren't the demons, that is the devil. The ones under Satan's command only have certain power as a whole. Yeah, they work together, but different objectives. It's like weird, bro, because I don't even see the devil as the same thing no more. Because the devil even evolved into what it is today. Because you know, the devil was like a group of people. It wasn't even one entity. And now we didn't change it over time. Everything, bro, there's nothing that hasn't been changed over time. Each belief system has evolved into what it is today. This is not what it started as. We added to, took from, added more, took out more, and made it into what it is today. That's what we did with everything. So it's like, I don't even think anything is what it is. It's only what we make it. Like, we're calling it that. But we can't, like I said, we won't call, when it happens in nature, we say that's nature. We only put these different things on humans. We don't put it on anything else that's out there living. We don't put it on, like I seen us get mad about like going, heaven exists on earth right now. We just can't refuse to see it. We just can't or refuse to see it. Peeps think it has to be this way. Yeah, no. Heaven exists within us, bro. Yeah, I think that the heaven is that happiness. That's that good place. That's that good place. But like I was saying, like we get it misconstrued because we separate ourselves, because you know this is what we did over time, making ourselves smarter than everything. And you know, like if somebody walked up and you know snatched and off the somebody, we'll look at it as something bad. But if a lion do it, you know, it'll be like, that's nature. That's what a lion's supposed to do. A lion's to eat people. You feel me? It's like we gonna put it down because we don't want to eat nobody else, but that's what lions do. You can't. And this is what people do. People do everything. People create fascinating worlds. We create fascinating places, bro. We create the best places ever. Like, you feel me? We create things that don't even exist. Like, we'll create something and then we'll start to believe it and we'll say, oh, just because it was created a long time ago, that make it real. No, it fucking don't. It don't make it real just because we believe it. Because really what's going on? What's really going on? Like, a lot of the things that's going on, the unseen, is going on where? Only in the mind. Like, that's how homeless people can walk around and see people you don't see. That's how come some of us can walk around and see people we don't see. Like, we're all creating our own type of shit as we go. But I'll let it be what it is. You feel me? Like I always say, you can believe what you want to believe. You feel me? It's going to be only what you want it to be. Can't be nothing different than that. It's going to only be what you want it to be. You want psychedelics, the entities you see on psychedelics to be Jinn, you know what they going to do? They going to be that. You want this person over there to be evil, they going to be that. Everything is going to be exactly what you say it is or what you accept it to be. That's what it's going to be. And that's the weird part. You feel me? That's how come everybody can have their own different belief. Everybody can have their own different gods. And then them gods be fighting. And then we make movies about it. We make stories about it. Like we was just talking about Goku. Somebody said, no, it's nothing new. Yeah, Goku is nothing but like, you know, turning a man becoming a god, being able to fight off other gods and fight against other gods. You feel me? A bunch of players, but some don't know they're players. Now they're a victim of the player that run the system. Hey, Hey, I think everybody is players. Cause like I think everybody is kind of sort of players. You know, it could be a NPC thing going on like GTA, but even if you playing GTA, you feel me? The NPCs was programmed. They was programmed by somebody to be somebody. Each NPC, like when you see the hookers, they programmed to be hookers. When you see the pimps and stuff walking on GTA, they programmed to be pimps. When you see the gang members, they programmed to be gang members. They're real, but they're programmed to be something. And that thing that they're being, they're not just stepping outside of it. Then you got the players. And sometimes the players will go, okay, man, I'm a player. Even though I'm a player within the game of GTA, I'm gonna start my own gang. And then it's gonna be me, Big Chill, Master Creator, Zenmatic, Groucho Trout. You feel me? We all Cozy 47. We all gonna come together and we gonna make our own gang within GTA. And we're even though we're players, we begin to take on the characteristics of the NPCs within the game. And then really, if you think about it, in the game, like you're still an NPC. That will make everybody an NPC because the person that's even being the player that's diving into the game is going to turn into an NPC because he's only going to do what the game let him do or what the game told him he had to do. Like in order to make money, the things you got to do on GTA, the what you got to do to buy clothes, you're going to turn into the NPC and start doing what the game is programmed only for you to do. You're not going to step outside of the rules of the game because the game only got a certain amount of rules, right? Until you got them people that take it offline and they start developing some other shit, but you turn into the NPC within the game. And I think that's what everybody has really done. Started to become the NPC. Hate the player, hate the game. He said don't hate the player, hate the game. Hey, yeah, this is a trip right now, bro. This is a trip right now. It's crazy. But I still was tripping off the Jinn. But I understand we are playing Sims right now, huh? Oh, good looking out, Master Creator. Yeah. Hey, that's what we doing. We playing Sims. This is the Sims game. Like, you feel me? Hey, that make me laugh because back when you was playing the Sims and the different characters you wanted to be within the Sims, you feel me? He said not smoking for a couple of days, bro. I ain't smoked since last year, I think, or early January or something. I said I ain't smoking no more, bro. No more blunts for me. I'm cool. I've been good, bro. I said, man, I don't even need it. I said, it ain't took away from the happiness of being happy every day. It ain't took away from the laughter and shit like that. Even when shit was bad, you feel me? Out here still laughing. Out here still laughing, bro. But it's wild because I'm gonna say it again. Like, okay, you know how we become the NPC? Like the real players, the players of the game become the NPC is because what we do, we start playing the game like it's supposed to be played. Make it much more than the minimum wage. Not a pimp daddy, don't drive. No, I'm just playing. That's Mac Dre. But I'm just saying, hey, we go get a job. We pay rent. We do all the NPC things that's supposed to be done. So we begin to play the game the way that was told the game is supposed to be played. Because if you don't play the game how it's supposed to be played, what happens? You begin to so-called lose. So in order not to lose, you feel me? I went and got a job again. You feel me? Been working hella hours. You feel me? I began to turn into an NPC. Like that's what you got to do. The game was designed for the real players to turn into NPCs. So even when you saying you not an NPC, you still an NPC because you playing the NPC part. It's like like you playing the part within the simulation that's deep in the simulation. You feel me? It don't matter what part of the simulation you playing, it's still a part of the same game. It's not like it's all the same game. It's still in the game. Nobody is stepping outside of the game right now. Anybody that's here is in the game. So we can say, okay, the NPCs, they this, they that. And yeah, man, We gotta turn NPC too at times, bro. We go from being a player to being the playered. We begin to get played by the game, and the game starts playing us. We're no longer playing the game. The game then took over and started playing us. The game created certain things and said, okay, bam, this thing that's not real, we gonna make it real within the game. And once they accept it, it's gonna make them it. So therefore, they're gonna not be able to live without it. They're only gonna be able to live with it. You feel me? And that's what we do. We there's some things that we just can't live without. So we gotta play the game in order to get the things that we need in order to keep living, to have a roof over our heads, and all these different things. So like even if you a non-character player, if you a character player, bro, you just turn NPC after a while. Like and it's wild, but that's so even the guy had arm, leg, arm, head is made up by us. You are saying, uh, I think everything. When I say made up by us, I think everything was already here. So everything, like say the things that were here, you can turn that thing and shape it into what you want to, because it's all like, let's say everything is the same thing, but you get to shape that thing into what you want to shape it into. You get to call it what you want. You feel me? You get to make it and look at it the way that you want to, and that reality that you created within yourself is different from a lot of other people's, because you were able to hear my voice the way you hear my voice, but my voice don't sound the same as it does to you, that it do to me, that it do to this person over here. You created your own way of hearing it. You created your own way of believing things. You created your own way of looking at your hands, or what you use your hands for. Like that's why some people can play basketball and can't play football, but they can play baseball and they can't play golf. Like you get what I'm saying? Because we started to create and turn it into what we wanted it to be. That's what we always did. We always formed reality into what we needed to be for us, for the individual person. Like literally for the individual person, even though it was already here and it was already going on. Because you can see when computers came into play, computers is in play right now, right? We own this computer, but a lot of us got grandparents, older people in our family that don't fuck with computers, that will never fuck with a computer, that will not even touch a computer. Like no, like I don't even want to get into that. You feel me? That the computer look like a whole different language to them. Like they'll use their phone as a computer, but they won't get on the computer. It's a whole different language, and it's weird because the like as reality goes on, things start to grow and better themselves. Like right now, like I was seeing somebody saying they needed their resume done. And like, people, like some people still doing their resumes, like, like some old school shit, like writing it all down on a piece of paper when you can, you can go and do it on the computer and print it out. But some people still don't do that shit. You feel me? Like we get stuck in the ways of then. As time is going and things is growing, technology is getting better. It's getting different. You feel me? We coming in with AI. Like I heard people say, man, I'm gonna go to school, man. I'm gonna use AI to pass all my tests. And I'm going, damn. Like people did that. People are doing that because people are taking advantage of the certain things that are out there. But then you got other people that's going, oh, it's evil. I don't want to touch it. And I can understand that. That's because we stuck in the past. I gotta go, y'all. I'm gonna go play the game. All right, Cozy. Peace out, man. He said he dropping 5%. Whatever now. Just let's see what happened if an NPC take mushrooms. I told you, bro. You take mushrooms, you're gonna become one with everything. You're an NPC. You're gonna see everything. You're gonna see yourself as everything. Like not limited to nothing. You're gonna see yourself as everything and nothing at the same time. And you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna feel good about it. You're gonna see it, you're gonna understand it, and then you're gonna come back into the game and you're gonna try to explain it, and the game gonna start glitching. You feel me? The game gonna start glitching. People gonna start glitching on you, and you gonna have to go back to you gonna have to go back to NPC mode. Cause if you don't, if you don't, people not gonna understand you. You feel me? You gonna have a certain amount that's gonna understand you, but you gonna still have to go back to the NPC, the non-player character. You're gonna have to go back to it, bro. I'm telling you, because they call it going come. Oh, he's out of touch with reality. We are computers. We are everything and nothing at all. Many levels. Someone stated life to roll, and it hasn't stopped moving. Yeah, once it started, it does not stop. Once it started, it don't stop. It's weird though how you say that, because that's how I look at it too. It's like we are computers. Like that's why I said everything that we make. Like think about it, bro. Everything that we came up with is a reflection of us. That's all it is. It's like our house is a reflection of us. The way I can explain that is like how our body is our house. It holds our organs. It holds our spirit. It holds all these different things that we actually use. Our house, reflection of us. Computers, reflection of us. It's just seeing what aspect of you these things are. A car, an aspect of us. You feel me? Now you don't got to run everywhere like they used to do back in the days. They'll run all the way to take one note somewhere and then pass out, drop, and then got to get buried. You feel me? From just delivering the one delivery. But I'm just saying everything that we created is just nothing but a reflection of us. The computer is a reflection of us because it do everything our brain do. The phone is a reflection of us. You feel me? The phone holds everything that we don't have to hold in our mind. It's almost an extension. I ain't even gonna say it's a reflection. It's an extension of us. Like headphones to make us hear better, microphones to make us talk louder. You feel me? Cameras so we can be seen. It's like all these things are just us. Like it's the other aspect of us coming out. Like it's like it's the us pushed out. You feel me? Like cuz all these things came from the mind. Like they didn't just pop up from nowhere. They came from the mind. They came from here, and us working with these things over time. I used to roll with some with some Morris who knew Nawabians back in the day. So yeah, say okay, I agree with that. But what if we are living in a giant computer and don't even know because it seems natural to us? Cycle of life. No, bro. That's that's funny. That's funny that you said that, Tecmo, because that's what I feel like. I feel like that's what we're doing. I feel like we're living within this big giant thing. But see, we look at it as when people say simulation, people think inside of a computer. Like it can't be an organic simulation. Like it can't be a real simulation. Like the thing that's like your body. Everything is living in your body, your blood, your veins, your all these different things, and all these things come together to make up you. So the thing that we're living in, like that, kind of throws me off because I feel like all these things come together to make up something so humongous and so big that we can't see. Like it almost remind me of the movie Eternals. Remember how when they came to the planet and they thought they was saving the planet from all these different those different monster things, and come to find out they was destroying those monster things because those monster things was destroying the people, and the people was basically giving power to the eternal thing to be born. I forgot what they call it, but it was giving all the power to that, so that thing can be born out of the earth. So it's like almost like everything come together to make something bigger. Like let's say it like this. Okay, like my household, right? Let's say the United States. The United States. All these states come together to make the United States. And then within each state, you got cities that create and make the state. And within those cities, you come all the way down the streets and blocks and shit like that that make the whole city. And then within those, you got houses. And then within those houses, you got people. But all these come together in order to make one big entity, which the United States is its own entity. You feel me? Like San Diego, California is its own entity. Within California, San Diego is its own entity. LA is its own entity. Compton, all the way Bay Area, and then the Bay Area, it consists of a gang of cities. San Jose, you feel me? Oakland, all these other cities that come together to make it its own entity. You feel me? And I think that's how it is with everything. I think this thing right here, like we just on we in the microverse almost, but we think we in the megaverse or something. We in the microverse because we on this planet, and I think all these planets that come together to make the solar system or whatever is living inside of some giant entity. Some we don't know what that entity is, because I always say that, bro. Like, you know, when you dive in on psychedelics and it puts you way out there to Pluto and you be able to see the whole universe. I said, so is it universes existing on the side of universes? Like almost like us, like me, I would be my own universe and you would be your own universe. Is it like that? And they're all doing something, or what the fuck is they doing, bro? Like, what is like going on? Like, is that's the way I look at it. I think all these things that's within this place comes together to make an entity. But what that entity is, it might be God to us. But if that's a God of this solar system, what if there's another one? And then what the fuck would that be? And then, okay, if it come together to make these giant entities, let's just say if it do, right? And you got all these universes now. So are we able, the way we are able to take psychedelics and become one with everything that's here, is there some possible way to where all these universes are connected through different realities? You feel me? Like, I don't know, bro. That shit be tripping me out. Tissue creates organs. Organs creates a body. Hey, that's crazy, because that's one of the experiences I had, bro. That shit was weird as shit. Like, I seen the body being created before the brain. Like, and the body was already, like, all these organisms were coming together in order to make the body. But the only reason these organisms came together because it made it easier to feed each other, to go through the one giant thing in order to feed each other. And then once they grew the brain started to take over everything. But it's almost the same with us, like being the United States. Like the United States being its own entity and coming together and make it easier for us to come together as a country and be able to fend for everybody. You feel me? Like the body did the same thing. It's like all the organs and all the things within the body all came together, bro. It was trippy as hell. So it was like they all didn't have to go out and find food for themselves. It was only one, like me, I had to go out and I had to feed them. So I'm the one who goes out and I feed everything that's within the body. I give it the food that it needs. It don't have to go out by itself. The heart don't have to go out by itself and find food. The lungs don't have to go out in this separate way to find food. I go out and I find food for all of us. You feel me? For my whole body. So it's like almost like, bro, that shit is crazy. That shit crazy to think about. Chakras, the same energy points we have in our body, the God body. Hey, that's trippy. Like, I think that's another crazy thing because like I don't have nothing against religion or religious beliefs. I think they're all part of it. I think they're all sharing a bit of information, like as if you know I was to come together and like you know me and probably 10 of my family members come together and we begin to talk about one of our family members that passed away. Like you'll give a little bit about that person that I didn't know. I'll give a little bit about that person. Everybody will give a little bit about that person that the other ones didn't know. Like times they shared, things that happened. You feel me? And I think that's how all these things are. I think each like religious system it has a little bit of something to add to the greater grand picture of the story. Each one has its own way of adding, and that little piece, and that little piece is what makes the whole thing real. So it's easy to be accepted because it only takes a little magic, just a little bit of magic to be sprinkled in there to make that whole thing a real thing and make everybody believe. It don't take a lot. You feel me? And that's why we get connected to all these things, because all of it together is like kind of sort of the same thing. That's why it's easy to believe in anything. Like, we don't even, like, think about it, bro. For us to believe in shit, we don't even got to see it, right? Once we accept it and we say it's true, that's when we begin to see it. That's when we begin to make it a thing, and we begin to accept what it is. And now it's like, now we begin to see it throughout everything. See, God transcends our intellectual understanding. That's right, Groucho Trout. Let's see. You cut a single cell off a look at under a microscope. It will begin to move on its own to search for food and safety. Dang, I ain't seen that. That's fucking crazy. Are duplicates in multiple cells, some organs. That's wild, bro. I'm gonna have to look that up. Ain't that some shit? That's some shit, bro. Hey, it'll begin to look and try to find its own food. I don't believe demons. I do believe demons, jinn, entities, whatever one sells them, torments torments the mind. Like, it was a time that I did. It was a time that I did believe, like, our ideas or certain things that they were demons. But I don't know. Like, now I don't. I believe it's that, but it's something more than that also. I believe that's a name that we put on it. That's one of the names that we put on the thing. That's what we decided to call it. And we didn't call it that at first. We begin to call it, like, come on now, what would be a difference between a jinn? What would be the difference between a spirit? What would be the difference between any of these things? A demon, an angel. That's like, like the commercial, bro. Yahweh, Yah, hey, Yeshua, yo, what, yeah, El Shaddai, Metatron. Oh, dang. I wonder if I seen Metatron before, but, like, I'm going, remember, what's the name, right? The one commercial, I think it was the Kit Kat commercial. And they was talking about, the Kit Kat, like, one side is better than the other. And it was like, well, that's like saying that calling you a janitor and me a custodian. Or that's like calling me this, or, calling me a spirit and calling you a ghost. It's like no different. Yeah, so you are either your own strongest demon to hurt yourself, or your strongest angel, savior to save yourself. Yeah, because anybody can come to you and be a demon, bro. Anybody can come to you and be a demon. Anybody and anything. Agreed. And I believe that Yahshua does have anything to do with the jinns, though. Hey, it's what it is, bro. Look, the cool thing about life, I always say this, bro. You feel me? I be talking at the way I look at things. You feel me? I didn't make this thing. I'm here living it just like you. But if I can go, okay, just because it's a demon, right? Bro, who the fuck? Like, you telling me right now, okay, let's say demons are real, right? Let's say demons are real. Are demons misleading you? What are demons misleading you to do? You telling me you don't have the strength? Like, because if we all believe in God, and we all know that God gave us the power a long time ago. So if you letting demons control you, you are the lesser than. Because you don't have to, you're doing that because that's what you want to do. If you out there doing anything evil or anything bad, you're doing it because that's what you want to do. There's nothing that can mislead you but you. You feel me? When somebody comes to you and they tell you something, hey man, let's go commit this crime. Let's go do this robbery or something. And you say, yeah, that's not their fault. That's your fault. That's your fault. It's easy to be good. That's the easiest thing to be. You don't have to follow none of the bad things that's out there. Just because, just, and let's say every time I dove in on psychedelics, right, all I seen was demons. Let's just say that. Let's say, okay, that's what I believe. All I seen was demons. Okay, then how come I ain't out there destroying shit? How come I ain't out there being bad? How come I ain't being evil to people? How come I'm not out there destroying people? How come I'm not out there hurting people? Why am I not doing all these things if that was the thing? And let's just say if they are, it wasn't it what I don't care what they are. It was me that said no, 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 no. I'm not going to follow this. I'm not going to follow that. It was me that said these things. It was me that decided, okay, I'm going to do everything the right way. It was me that decided, oh, I'm going to change my life. It was me that decided, okay, I'm not following that. I'm not following that. You feel me? Because that's wrong for me. That's going to hurt me or it's going to hurt them. But why is everything upside down? Why is good turning evil and evil turning good? It's always been like that. Ain't nothing changed, bro. Ain't shit changed. It's always been like that. That ain't nothing new, bro. That ain't nothing changed, bro. It's always been like that. Tecmo, man. I don't know why, bro, but that's what it's always been. Ain't shit changed. Nothing changed. Like, oh, the Hopi prophecy. Let's see. Welcome to the paradox. Hey, for reals. For reals. Welcome to the paradox. For reals. For reals. But I'm gonna say it again, bro. Anything can be evil. You feel me? We got religions that show good, and then you have people within it that's doing evil acts. You feel me? You got people that use psychedelics that's using it for good, and they commit evil acts. It ain't. I don't think it's the belief system. I don't think it's the Jinn. I think it's the person that's deciding, because you make the decision in the end. You yourself make the decision, and you know, like I feel like there's nothing even really judging us. We judging ourselves because we know when we do wrong and when we do bad. It don't take nothing for that. It don't take nothing to let you know that you're doing something bad. You know that when you hurting somebody. When you doing something wrong to somebody, you know you hurting somebody. You can tell they pain. But some people like to see other people hurt and see other people in pain. If you think with your left hemisphere, you are a demon. Damn, he said, if you think with your left hemisphere, you are a demon. You're an angel because you're thinking with your consciousness. You have mortality. Dang, that's crazy. Oh, and the map ain't the territory. Your left is your subconscious mind, your carnal mind. Hey, you know what? That's one thing that I seen too. Is like all these things have a different thought process. Your eyes is not always seeing what your ears is hearing, and it's not always doing what your mouth is speaking or what your nose is smelling. They're all doing something different. So half the time you go, damn, is it really me? Or is it all these other things that's controlling everything? We don't really know. All we know is what we've been told and what we've been told to accept. But I'm going to say it again, bro. If you letting anything out there mislead you or misguide you, you don't have nothing to blame but yourself. Because if you up in age and you don't know good from bad, that is a problem with you. And if you're doing something evil or bad, it don't have nothing to do with no goddamn demon or none of that. It has something to do with you, because that's what you wanted to do. Whether you decided to get over on somebody, whether you tried to do it, the decision has always been yours to make. When something, I don't care if something came to you in your sleep and say, hey man, I need you, and told you to go, man, come on, bro. Come on, like, we beyond that, man. We beyond angels and demons. Like, we know what angels and demons is. We know good and bad. Everybody knows it. But we'll take chances sometimes. We'll take that chance and risk doing something bad just to see if we get away with it. You feel me? That's what we'll do. And then we'll blame it on the demons. We'll just that's our fall guy every time. The devil and the demons and the devil. Like, come on now. You're telling me that you letting these unseen things, right? Unseen. You can't see them. You can see all the people here, but you letting these unseen things misguide you. Bro, that's you. That is you. You feel me? And that's just shit that you wanted to do. You just didn't want to accept that that was shit that you wanted to do. Because like I'm at that age, like I can't let the unseen misguide me. I can't take a psychedelic experience and come back and then you feel me go, well, it got me out here doing stuff bad to people. Like even if I go in and it show me and I feel like I'm God, even if I come out and I feel like I'm God, I don't just feel like I'm God. I feel like everybody else is God. I don't look at it as just me because if everybody wasn't that, then everybody wouldn't have the choice or be making the decisions that they make, whether they doing good or bad. Everybody's out here is making their own decisions. They're choosing to follow what they want to follow. They're choosing to believe what they want to believe. There's nobody that's not doing that. Nobody on this planet. I don't care what religion you choose to believe in, what you believe to be the best sport. You're making these choices yourself. So everybody is actually conscious to every decision they're making. That's why I think they probably call some people NPCs because they're making bad choices. But I'm just saying, they know what choice they make. They know the consequences. You know the consequences of your choices. You know if you jump from a 50-foot building, what's going to happen. That's why you don't do it. So it's like, I don't know, bro. That's how I feel. I feel like, bro, we as people need to stop blaming it on these higher entities and take responsibility for ourselves and our own actions. Like, that's it. You feel me? We need to take responsibilities for our own action. Because if you telling me that you letting some unseen force like a demon have you doing bad stuff, man, get the fuck out of my face with that shit. You got me twisted. Hey, never. I don't believe that. I'm not falling for that anymore. Because if I myself can see bad coming and go, oh, I ain't doing that because I already know the consequences. If I can make that choice, anybody can make that choice. Anybody on this, Discord was working. I just didn't open it because I was just, having the chat. Like, anybody can make these conscious choices. You feel me? Because it don't take, like think about it, bro. It don't take a demon to make you bad. Because, like, a person can actually be in church every day, following the guidelines of the church, leading the church, and then they'll be taking money from all the people. And what is that? You feel me? But they're using the belief in God. They're using the God entity in order to do bad to people. So a demon won't just mislead you. You feel me? A person of God will mislead you in the same way. That's why I said a long time ago when I made the picture of the angel sitting there doing something and it had the demon on the shoulder of the angel talking to the angel, telling the angel what to do, but the angel think it's doing good. And then you got the demon that everybody think is evil with an angel on his shoulder telling it all the good things to do. But everybody's looking at it as a demon. And that's how things is. That's what somebody said. Everything is kind of flipped upside down. You feel me? But it's easy to be misled. It's easy to be misled because we need something to believe in, because we feel like we can't fend for ourselves or think for ourselves, so we need something else to think for us. When the thing already gave us the power to think for ourselves and be ourselves. The power was already given to us. He went to basketball practice. It already gave the power to us for us to think for ourselves, for us to be good. If you make a choice to be bad, that's your choice of doing that. That's what I don't want. That's the way I'm seeing it now. I hate to say it. That's the yeah, that's what I'm saying, because it's open to anybody. Grouch Trout, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. It's just when things go crazy, bro, sometimes we look for a way out, and sometimes the way out just don't be in a good way. We just decide to go because, we see a lot of our friends or we see ones that we know doing stuff, and we'll go that route because we see them doing it, or we go, dang, they got away with it. Maybe I can go do it a couple of times and I can get away with it. And it's like, nah, I don't think like that shit no more. You feel me? And those don't be demons telling you that. That be see yourself, because the certain things that you want in life or you want to do in life. Instead of just buckling down and just doing shit the right way. No, we'll go do it the what we would call the easy way. You feel me? Let me go get over. Let me go do it this way. You feel me? It's like, come on now. I ain't falling for all them tricks no more. You feel me? Like the tricks of the mind. Like these been way like it's wild. These, and I feel like it's just excuses. It's excuses. That's all it is. It's excuses that we made for ourselves to get us out of like wrong things that we did. We got somebody else to blame. It's like snitching. It's like snitching on something. Like I'm just saying, if you letting something here, like now, it ain't that I don't believe in God, but even with that, you don't need God to even be a good person. Like this is what I don't, this is the one thing I don't like, is because that's what people try to put it out there and say, well, you got to believe this religion because you need God to be a good person because you don't know how to be good. So you need this God over here in order to be a good person so you can go to heaven. But then turn around, hold on. God said, I know your heart. I know your heart. You don't need nothing. You already got it. All the power was already given to you. Like you don't need anything to be a good person. You don't need to worship. Like I feel like God don't need our worship. Only kings need that. Only kings need praise. God don't need praise. God already know what he did. God already know he love you. God already know all the things you feel about him. He already know that. He don't need all these other things. He never did. He already got everything. He's already everything. So you think he need us praising at his feet? Going praise and thank you every day? No, that's what people need. That's why people made the understanding of God. That's why I said, man, a lot of the gods were made in man's image. It wasn't God making man in his image. A lot of the gods was made in man's image. That's why they need the praise that they need. You feel me? Instead of going, dang, hold on. I already gave you everything. You already got all the tools. Like you got the tools to do anything. You got the tools to help people. You got the tools to change the ones around you. You feel me? Like you got the tools to make everybody smile that come amongst you. You have the tools to do these things, but we choose not to. We choose to make people bad and make them wrong and make them this and make them that. You feel me? Like that's the part that's like be fucking me up. It's like, man, stop playing, bro. That's why I don't need none of that no more. You can't tell me nothing about God. I already know what God is. God is everything, even the things that we can't see. So it's like there's nothing that anybody can tell me about God no more, because anything somebody tell you about God is going to be what? What they learn. Who did they learn it from? Somebody else. Who did that person learn it from? Somebody else. That learned it from somebody else. That learned it from somebody else. That learned it from somebody that wrote it. And okay, I'm going to accept it. I'm going to accept the different sayings, the different teachings. I'm going to accept all of them. But I'm going to do it my way, because you feel me, I'm not wronging nobody, bro. I think everybody's just doing it their own way. Or let's see, it was humans' arrogance that got us kicked out of Eden in a certain way. What if Eden exists in the mind? What if Eden is not outside of us? He said, I smoked all the Poseidon space weed. Now I see life clearly. The world is sea and life is sea. The world is full of waves of possibility. Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, what if the Garden of Eden exists in the mind, though? What if it's not even something that's outside of us? Because you feel me, like it seems like everything is outside, but even when you think of it, you're processing it in here. It's all existing in here. So what if the garden always been in here? It never was outside of us. What if Eden was a trap? Ooh. Hey, I always thought about that, because I said, how when they said it'll be a new heavens and a new earth, you feel me? Like later on, I looked at it as it'll be a new mind and a new body. You feel me? Because the mind follows the body. That's the way I look at it now. It's like, when you change and you start to understand shit, you start to build the new heavens up here. And once this changed, the body changed with it. But I did look at it like that. I said, dang, I said, you know, they said you gonna live on earth forever. And I'm like, well, man, who wanna live on earth forever? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I want to be in a body forever. Like, forever is a long time. Like, if you think of forever is forever. Forever is not, you know, 100 years. Forever is not 1,000 years. Forever is not 1,000,000 years. Forever is a long time. It's forever, meaning you're in the body forever. You're not. It's not gonna ever stop. You're gonna be in this body forever, walking around on this planet. And you know the hey, Just Ty, it's crazy because this is the thoughts I used to have when I was young, when I used to, you know, go to church with my auntie and stuff. I used to believe like, and they say it'll be a new heavens and earth. Like I made up this thing to where it was like, okay, if it's gonna be a new heavens and earth, once that happened, are we gonna be granted to go to other planets? Like, you feel me? Like, if I go, okay, yeah, I made it. Now I'm living on Earth forever. Is that going to open up Mars and Jupiter and all the way to Pluto? And then we going to be able to go to other planets and check out the other planets and see what's going on the other planets. Is going to open that up all the way too? Let's see, my crown chakra is my crown. Yes, exactly. Say Eden, like I said earlier, kingdom of God is here right now. Yeah, fuck physical mortality. I'm in my 40s and damn near done with this shit. Oh, it's like we on the slope right now. We on the last. This the last hill, bro. We almost made it too. We almost there. You feel me? Yeah. I ain't trying to live here forever. If I do come back, I'm gonna come back. My name gonna be James. I'm gonna be Mexican. You feel me? I'm gonna be a Mexican named James. I ain't fuck that shit. And then I'm gonna just do it all over again. You feel me? After I leave, and then you be in a whole nother world for like a millennium. And then you come back again, and it only be like 10 minutes. It'd be like a DMT trip. Most deaf, whoever. Let's see, whatever we fall into, believe we go into Eden. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy, ego. Say Earth is a spaceship, and this giant computer I talked about, and our bodies are spacesuits that inhabit our spirits in space, right? Hey, you know what's crazy? Because I feel like all these realities that we say or we talk about, I feel like they all exist. I feel like we don't want to accept that they all exist, but they all exist. Because saying it like that, like we are floating through space, right? And we do have on suits. And the earth is floating through space, and it's like a ship carrying everything on it. Like, what if every person on the planet was just the same as, you know how hey, I got one for you, Groucho Trout. I got one for y'all. Look, what if it was just the same as how sperm goes to the egg, and you got these millions of sperms trying to get in this egg, and the one that actually get in there becomes the person. So it's like, what if all these trillions of people living? What if we was just sperm on the egg of the planet? And we're all trying to get in, right? But it's gonna be one of us gonna find our way in. It's gonna be one of us, just one, because can't nobody else get in there. It's just one, only one sperm can get in there. You feel me? It might be twins, but I don't know. I'm just saying. What if that was the thing? I think all these realities is whatever we call it, bro. He say, I've been traveling through multiple and alternate timelines, going out of body through dreams and astral projecting. He said 1,000 years to humans is one day to God. Hey, just like hyperspermia, exactly, bro. That I think the whatever there in the mind, we all connected to, we all that thing. Like, I think everything is that. I think it's kind of weird because we see the little science shit and it show everything is made up of these atoms. You feel me? And if everything is that, that means everything is actually all the same thing. It's not nothing different. Nothing is actually different. You feel me? We manipulating the atoms to make everything seem different. One of us will make it deep in the earth and cause a deep explosion. Hey, exactly. Only one can do it. Only everybody else can't do it. You feel me? Everybody else is like that sperm trying to get in the egg, and it's only that one, just that one, which will be. I don't know where I came up with that analogy, but when I did, I was laughing at myself. I said, damn, because I said sperm hit the egg just like we hit the earth, like we on the earth. That's how sperm be all around the egg trying to get in. We all around the planet. You feel me? Oh, shit. We exist in multiple realities at the same time right now. Awareness is the key. Yeah, hey, that's what I was saying. Like, I think that too. I think that's part of it too. Like, we exist, like, it's realities on top of realities. You feel me? And it's multiple realities within every single person. Every single person. That's how come it's an infinite amount of realities, because it's a different reality in every different person. Have you ever seen a drug addict out there on the streets? Like, bro, they in a different reality. Like I said about the lady that ate the chips off the floor, the Pringles, 2 whole Pringles. I said it's almost like somebody left them 2 Pringles on the sidewalk for her, because they was immaculate. They wasn't broke, wasn't a chip out of them or nothing. They wasn't cracked in pieces or none of that. It was 2 whole Pringles. I don't even know how they landed like that. You feel me? 2 whole Pringles. She ate one, walked to the other one, picked that one up and ate it. You feel me? I said, yeah, she's living in a whole nother reality as us. A whole nother one. Like, remember what's the movie with the one girl and dude, like they were homeless, but then they take that thing and they go into the other reality and they real rich in that reality. It's like almost like we creating, like, within yourself, you got infinite amount of realities yourself, like within yourself. I can't explain it right now because I gotta go though. Yo. I gotta take off. You can go up or down. You go up and down on an elevator. The multiverse. Think of a multiverse. Yeah, a multiverse. Like, never ending though, bro. That's the crazy thing, because you even see it in like the movies and the cartoons we create. Like, we create. Within those, it be life. But it be made in a way like a cartoon. You feel me? Like some other like type entities, like the Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs type shit. Like I was saying, Goku, but it's the same reality. You feel me? It's like fucking weird as shit. But I gotta take off, y'all. I'm gonna pop in tomorrow. I get off late tomorrow. I gotta go because I gotta do some things and I gotta get some rest because I'm gonna be working like 11 hours tomorrow, bro. And I'm already burnt out, so I'm going to tap in tomorrow. I don't know what we going to talk about. Well, I got way away from what I was trying to talk about. Let's see. The religions bring division. Wow. As God's people, we need unity, not division. The Bible, even written thousands of times, just mean the Bible. Basic instruction before leaving earth. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. There's a lot of things that create that. That don't everything, like, that's what throws me off though, bro. It's like everything, it creates a divide and it don't create that unity, and that unity is the one thing that we need that unity for everybody to be able to come together. And it's not gonna happen though. It's not gonna happen, not no time soon, not in our lifetime. If you see it in your lifetime, man, just when you get there and I'm there, just tell me, man, they unified everybody. It was unity just last. When I just left, bro, everybody came together for the first time in life. But nah, peace out.